Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a few weeks since I've actually posted up a video, but I've been busy with life, and in the background I've actually been trying to take care of some of these items here, especially the doors. I've spent weeks on these doors, sanding, bodywork, resanding, priming, so they are finally ready for paint. I have a little bit of cleanup to do on them, wipe them down, kind of last minute stuff, mask them off, and they'll actually be ready for paint. But I don't think I'm going to be painting the doors in today's video, but I am going to jump over to the bumpers, fenders, and maybe the sunroof, try to get some of that stuff painted in, because I really have limited space in the garage here, and I'm trying to think of the best order of operations to get this stuff painted in, and really knocking out some of these small items here, or just taking care of them, things that I can set over to the side, let cure, and not have to deal with, will be better than trying to paint the chassis of the car and then having to leave it in the garage and cure and not leave it out in the elements while I try to paint some of these other smaller items. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to knock out all these accessory items. The doors will come later, and they'll probably come before the chassis of the car will. That way I can paint them, move them to the side, let them cure, and then finally pull the car in here, paint it up, and then I'll start sanding it down, polishing it up, reassembling, things like that. So I'm not going to waste any time. I want to get these cars pulled out of here, get this garage prepped, so get some things laid out, kind of get it all ready to start spraying in some paint. Alright, got everything sprayed in. I did do 3 coats of color, well actually 2.5, because the third coat was really just like a mist coat to help spread out the metallics. I did 2 coats of clear. It's a high solids clear. It's really thick, so that's going to be plenty to sand down. And I will have to sand this down because there is a lot of trash and orange peel in here. I could not get the gun dialed in. I'm still a novice at this painting thing. I'm just doing the best I can. But as long as you get enough clear on there, you can sand it down and buff it out. And that's really what I'm going to be doing. There are some nice areas that I won't have to sand and buff, like around these curves here. But overall, it's got a little bit of an orange peel texture, like I said. So we will be doing that. I'm happy with it, how it turned out. I was expecting that anyway. It's not something that I wasn't expecting in here. I mean, in the garage, there's a lot of dust in here. There's only so much cleaning you can do without being in a paint booth, because I mean everything in here has dust on it. Even the hose that I was using to spray, it's got dust on it and it just gets up in the air, and that clear coat is just super tacky. It collects everything. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is actually pulling the masking tape off of those bumpers, because I don't want that clear coat to harden on there, because then you'll get it where it may peel back and have a hard line. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that up here, and then I'll be very careful about tearing all this plastic down, because it will create more dust. I'm going to wait to do that until this cures just a little bit longer tonight. Then I'm going to put it over on the other side of the garage and get the cars pulled in. So let's get this masking tape pulled off and get things cleaned up.